Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and we have got a big announcement coming hot off the press within the last 10 minutes or so of me recording this, and we're going to get you all the context and what you need to know about this announcement heading into the weekend for Raid Shadow Legends. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and just dive right in. Hey folks, many things happened in our community since the last Raid Digest. Here we are again to address some of the most poignant topics. So without further ado, let's dive right into the new Raid Digest. Okay, so the reasonings behind the upcoming balance changes. Let's start with the most discussed topic, the rebalance in version 4.7. The general purpose of the rebalance is to adjust a champion in such a way that they will better fulfill their particular role within the boundaries of their rarity. This does not necessarily mean making them stronger overall per se or turning them into a universal tool. Due to our current tight development agenda, we can't release rebalance patches more often for now, but starting next year we want to make it a more regular thing. To be fair, they said that last year, and then we got less balance changes this year, so we'll have to take that with a little bit of grain of salt, but hopefully that is true. We definitely need balance changes more than twice a year when there's 600 champions in the game. They go on to say, we know how unsettling it is for you to see Urigrim being nerfed. His performance proved him to be way too overpowered and even capable of clearing 20 plus stages of the Dragon solo, not the function he is supposed to do as an epic support champion. Having an epic support champion that outperforms a legendary one of similar applications such as Bad Alcazar throws the game balance off. After the rebalance, Urigrim will remain a decent epic champion, capable of supporting his team by healing them while debuffing the enemy. I don't think people would be against like nerfing champions that are outperforming legendaries and stuff as like, but like I don't know if that argument holds true because you need good champions of every rarity. That's like saying we have to nerf Coldheart because Coldheart outperforms 220 of the epics in the game. Like, there's what, 275 epics in the game, and Coldheart's probably better than 2 of them. I don't know, I'm making those numbers off the top of my head, but you know what I mean? So that way of thinking doesn't really hold water. You need good champions in each tier, and ideally in each faction, to give players realistic options to invest in, because there's so many champions, your odds of getting a specific role is going to be a little bit low. But yeah, so like my point was, I don't think people would be against this kind of balancing if there was some sort of way to recoup your spending. Like maybe after nerfs, you're like, okay, I wish I had those books back to kind of reassess my situation here. Things like that would help alleviate some of the pressure they get from doing nerfs like this. Because as I saw from some of the community testing that I was doing for polling on this issue, about 77% of the community was against these changes to Urigrim. So definitely an unfortunate situation there. Then we've got CVC tournament schedule. As in the rest of our tournaments, the schedule for CVC is not bound to a particular day of the week. It is intended to be flexible and might shift after time to time. The next CVC tournament will start on Tuesday, October 10th. So I guess I was wrong. I said I thought CVC was going to permanently be on Saturday from now on, but look at that. They are actually going to swap it on over back to Tuesday and try that out. So you'll have enough time to prepare for it in advance. On top of that, this particular tournament will feature personal rewards. Please keep in mind that personal rewards are not a permanent attribute of CVC tournaments, but an additional bonus in some of them. Okay, that's a little bit unfortunate. We would hope that would be a permanent addition to kind of be an incentive for those people that are maybe on the losing side of CVC, but did really well and invest in a lot of time and effort into CVC. Nothing wrong with having some personal rewards go out to reward that. So hopefully they rethink that and kind of tend to make that a permanent feature instead of a sparse one. Then for Ramantu, we're excited to know that several top raid players have already completed the whole list of progress missions and acquired the ultimate reward, Ramantu, a legendary champion of the Lizardman faction. Congratulations. Please notice that Ramantu's outstanding abilities have limits. His A3 has an 80% chance of blocking both active and passive skills of enemies except for bosses. Those guys' special skill, Almighty Immunity, protect their skills from being blocked. So yeah, a lot of the bosses, you'll see this really often in the Doom Tower, they'll have an ability called Almighty Immunity that is going to stop that from working against them. So basically meaning Ramantu's lockout skills is not going to work against bosses in most situations. Then we've got extra slots for artifact and accessory storage. We're going to add 300 more slots to both storages being your artifacts and your accessories. Remember how they each cap out at 1,000 for 2,000 total. They're each going to go up 300 to go to 1,300 plus 1,300, so 2,600 pieces of artifact space in your inventory when you add up both of them. Extra slots will appear automatically after all features of the version are turned on after the release. You don't need to spend any resources to expand your storage. Yeah, typically they don't charge for that. The ones they charge for are the champion storage and the vault storage. So I think when I started playing Raid, the artifact storage was 500 for each, and then they took it to 700 each, and then 1,000 for each, and then now 1,300. So from back when I started playing, the artifact and accessory storage has almost tripled. And then the special Ninja program is coming to an end. Even the top teams for the Doom Tower include Ninja, a free legendary champion based on the famous streamer Richard Blevins. The last day to obtain this character for your account is October 15th. But since you need to log in for 7 days to get the champion, you'll have to start playing Raid October 7th. Oh, that's important. So you can't just sneak in on the last day of the promotion and kind of be part of that wave. You have to actually finish your logins before October 15th. That's kind of brutal. I wish it would have just been like create your account and get in there before that date, but okay, that's a very important thing to know. So it might be reasonable for you to invite your friends to play Raid till then if you want them to have this remarkable champion in their collection. All players who join the game after the Ninja program ends will get an epic shaman instead, the regular daily login program champion. Yeah, it was always a shaman for years in Raid, and then during that promotion here for a few months, they switched the login reward champion to Ninja at the 7-day mark. And then here we go. This is the gist of what we need to get to, the duplicate system. The system of the feature is in full, or the development of the feature is in full swing with all major decisions made. Its release is now close, so we are preparing a short video explaining the basics of how the system is going to work. If all goes well, the video will be ready in the next 2 weeks. So we should be getting this live in game within the next month or so. They don't give us a date, obviously, and we should see exactly what the duplicate system is going to be within the next 2 weeks. So that is going to be a big deal. So I've been playing Raid basically since the start, and I would say this is the most important thing that is ever going to happen in Raid. There's lots of endgame players that are waiting to see what the duplicate system is going to be before they decide to keep investing in this game or not. And there's lots of people that are kind of starting to get frustrated. Maybe they finally pulled the Lego and it's a dupe, and they're like, you got to be kidding me, it's a dupe Visix or something. And they're waiting and they're like, okay, I'm gonna wait and see what the duplicate system is. So this is something they have to get right. It's going to be tough to get this right and kind of make everybody happy. So like they are going about it the right way. They said there's going to be multiple different options, like a short-term duplicate system option and a long-term duplicate option. So that's a good start. That's good news. Hopefully they hold true to that. Maybe something like the short-term option of like re-roll for another, you get one chance to re-roll for another random legendary, and a long-term option like maybe you're let's say you summon a duplicate undead hordes, you collect undead horde legendary fragments that you can collect to cash in for like a Siffy down the road if you get enough fragments or something. I don't know, I'm just spitballing here, but yeah, it was supposedly something like that. We're supposed to get a short-term and a long-term option. And they said originally it was going to go live in fall of 2021. Well, it has been fall for a little bit now, so hopefully we get that. I think winter starts like December 22nd, December 23rd, so it should be live in game before then. But at least we are going to know exactly what it is very soon here. They say hopefully within the next 2 weeks. So yeah, that kind of covers it on the news for the next couple days. This is about that time of the week as of me recording this, where Plarium kind of takes off for the weekend and goes 0 dark 30 for a couple days until we hear from them on Monday. So that is kind of our morsels of what to expect coming up soon, and then it's going to kind of go quiet here over the weekend as we just kind of do our events and have our 2x Ancients going on. As you can see up in the portal, we have got 2x Ancients live right now. So I will be pulling a bunch of Ancients on stream for viewers and stuff. You are welcome to stop by. There's always a link down below in the pinned comment if you want to do viewer shards. And speaking of shard pulls, I had a massive failure in my last shard pull video. Of course, I finally pull a super good PvP void. I pulled Warlord during the Krisk 10X and got super excited, uploaded a shard pull video, and then I cut out the pull of Warlord. I cut out like that 5-second section. I'm the only content creator to upload a shard pull video and then cut out the climax moment of actually pulling the champion. I tried to be fancy and do some editing where I have like a teaser in the intro, and I accidentally cut and paste instead of copy and paste, I guess. So I cut it out, put it in the intro, and like zoomed in and ruined it. I feel bad about making that horrible mistake, but such is life. Here we go. I'll play the clip here of getting Warlord because I messed it up in the video. You can do it. You can do it. Come on, let's go! Let's go! Boom! My neighbors are probably, oh my god. I finally have a PvP void. Oh my god, it happened. Miracles do happen. Boom! So yeah, sorry about cutting that out in the video. Massive failure on my part. That's what I get for trying to be fancy and messing up and doing a cut and paste instead of a copy and paste. So let's get you caught up on everything else going on in game. Right now, under the Tournaments tab, we are going to have a Classic Arena Takedown as part of the Fusion. You're going to want to make sure and get your 330 there to keep track of the events. The Champion Chase Tournament, this is going to be coinciding with the 2X Ancients. So you can consider going to 2,500 to make sure you're keeping pace because there is 45 fragments up for grabs right there. Now, if not, you do want to keep tabs on. Let me pull up the Fusion Planner here real quick. And by the way, now that we've got this up, a couple things I want to talk about really quickly here. I made a mistake on the points for Splinter. They were at 115 plus 20 or whatever for 140 total, and they were wrong, so I got that corrected. Let me know if that's I corrected it really quick here. I hope that is right now. And also on the CVC, we have to change this because it's going to be starting on the 12th. It's going to be the 12th and the 13th. So let me go ahead and get this corrected live here. So there we go. Now CVC is reflected on the proper day, and I hope the fragments on the right side are correct now. And also, someone made a good point in the comment section on the last video. I was just kind of sharing an image of this, but I'm going to go ahead and share the actual sheet down below. So you can click File, Make Copy, and then use my template to have on your own account, and then you can kind of adjust how you want this to look to keep track of fragments and stuff for yourself if you would like. So I saw someone leave that in the comment section, and that is a good idea. I will share the actual sheet instead of just a picture of it. That way you can edit it and use it as a template if you would like. But then besides the Champion Chase currently, we do have the Spider Tournament going on as well. You're definitely going to want to get to 1800 on the Spider Tournament to scoop up the fragments that are available right there. And then under the Events tab, currently going on in game, we've got the Dungeon Divers going on for the next couple days. This one's a pretty well-structured event. You're going to want to make sure you get to 3400. You should if you're playing the game actively and really getting after the dungeons for those fragments, the spider, and that type of stuff. And then be careful about spending silver today because we're going to have an artifact enhancement event launching tomorrow. Then we'll see if there's anything worth getting excited about here in the shop. We've got a double ancient pack, 100 bucks. Okay. This looks really bad just at first glance here. But let's go ahead and plug it in real quick. We've got, and then a 3.5. And then ancients of 41. Okay, boom. Yeah, 1.45. This would need to be like 75 ancients. Yep, there we go. That would be more realistic, but it's not. It's 41. That's a way too much money for that amount of ancients in my opinion. So that would be a recommended pass from me. The monthly pack grades out as about a 2.5. I've plugged that one hundreds of times. So it usually grades out as pretty decent. The golden pack. This looks like a new one here. And then we've got some different artwork. Is that Cho Noru? Yep, definitely Chonoru from the Shadowkin on that. I thought that seemed like some new artwork there for an offer. But anyway, we've got a $70 here and a 1.75. And then gems of 700. This looks like a pretty universal offer here. Energy of 3,500. Ancient shards, none. This is going to be more of a resource pack. 21 energy refills. 9 and 9 on the tomes. 2.58. Okay, so technically not that bad. A pretty resource latent pack. About the best you're gonna see a pack that doesn't have shards. So yeah, 2.5. That would be something I'd be in. Yeah, in that now you see the purchase limit of 1 up there in the top right. That usually means it's got potential to be pretty decent. So if you're in the market for resources and not really shards, this is a decent pack here, but it is expensive. When it's that much, I do typically like to get shards out of it. But this one here, there's another 70. We've got, let's clear this, 1 million. Energy of 2,000. Energy refills of 15. 6 days of XP. And 40 ancient shards. This will be better than the other ancient shard offer, I think. Yeah, 1.84. So not quite good enough, but it is better than the double ancient pack for sure. And then we've got the $10 for the rare gear. That would be a pass for me. So alrighty, good luck on heading into the weekend here and keeping pace with your Sigmund Fusion events. I am working on getting a video out on this guy, hopefully here in a few hours this afternoon. By the latest tomorrow morning, I would get you the infographic for the masteries and my full thoughts on Sigmund, if I would change anything about him, all the type of stuff. I would get you the full video breakdown of that as soon as possible, definitely within the next 24 hours for sure. And like I said, if you would like to pull some 2x ancient shards, you are welcome to stop by stream. I'll be live for the next few hours after releasing this video. We'll just be hanging out, playing some raid, doing some viewer shards, and getting crazy over there on stream. The link will be down in the pinned comment indicating if I am live currently or not. But thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your weekend as we head into Friday night here, and thanks for watching. Peace.